If you think a big animal, it can't simply disappear, perhaps you are placing too much trust in science, because some of these cases don't fail due to lack of evidence. They fail because nobody is looking in the right place. A river so murky you can't see your own hand. A desert that erases footprints in minutes. And a deep ocean where neither the light nor the cameras are enough. Today, extinct doesn't always mean dead. Sometimes it just means off our radar. In this list, you will see animals that science has already declared extinct, but the logic of the habitat says that they may still be alive right now. There's no romance here. There are no fans, just clues, data, and uncomfortable questions. Because finding a lost cell phone on the other side of the planet is easy. It's difficult to accept that an animal weighing 200 kilograms, it may be breathing silently, while we believe that he no longer exists. Take a deep breath. Because some of these cases are so strange, which seem unbelievable. And even so, the clues are there. If you're already curious about this topic, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for even more surprising facts. Now let's go. Murky waters of the Gulf of Mexico. Dark depths where light does not reach. This shark fits in the palm of your hand. At only 14 centimeters long, it's so rare that it has only been recorded a few times in history. Not because it's extinct, but because it's tiny, lives in deep waters, and hides perfectly. The problem isn't him, it's us. How do you search for something the size of a cell phone in the middle of millions of cubic kilometers of dark water? But it's there. Scientists have already captured some individuals. The challenge is simply logistical. A rare and small species, difficult to detect even with modern technology. Definitely alive. What's needed are more expeditions with remotely operated vehicles to the right depths. Deep sandy bottom, a tiny creature buried there, almost invisible. This seahorse has a trick. It buries itself in the sand. And we're not talking about shallow waters. It lives in depths where few divers can reach without technical equipment. He didn't disappear. He's just hiding, literally beneath the ocean floor. Most marine searches focus on the water column, not the sediment. No one is digging up the seabed looking for seahorses. Deep habitat plus burrowing behavior equals natural invisibility. Definitely alive. What's lacking is a targeted search using submersibles in the exact area where it hides. Sri Lankan rainforest, large bright eyes reflecting light in the darkness. This small nocturnal primate was considered extinct for decades. Scientists looked, didn't find it, and crossed it off the list. Then, in 2002, someone finally took a closer look. And there he was, alive, healthy. Since then, confirmed, photographed, studied. It has been reconfirmed that he is alive and is being monitored. Definitely alive. This is the perfect example of how extinct sometimes just means nobody bothered to look properly. Vast swamps of Myanmar, dense fog, absolute silence. This duck has a vibrant pink head. It's not something you'd mistake for another species. It's like trying to confuse a flamingo with a crow. And yet, no one has managed to get a modern photographic record of him. But the reports, consistent. People living in remote regions of Myanmar continue to describe the same bird, with the same impossible-to-invent color, in the same habitats, consistent reports of a unique and unmistakable visual brand, probably alive. What's missing is a serious expedition with quality cameras in the right areas. Someone needs to go there. The Yangtze River cutting through gigantic cities, murky water, constant noise of boats. Baiji was declared functionally extinct in 2006 after a massive expedition that searched the entire river without finding a single individual. But the Yangtze is 6,300 kilometers long, and the water is so murky that you can't see 30 centimeters ahead. There were reports after 2006, a shaky video, descriptions from fishermen. The question is, did it really disappear, or did it just retreat to remote tributaries where nobody looks anymore? River dolphins are shy, they avoid noise, and the Yangtze has become a noisy aquatic highway. Old video, sporadic reports, possibility of going back to remote tax authorities. A shot in the dark. What's lacking is consistent and current evidence. Until then, it's hope versus reality. Cloud forest of Monteverde, Costa Rica. Vibrant colors, absurd beauty. This frog was a bright orange color, impossible to miss. And in 1989, it disappeared. The area where he lived is small, very well studied, monitored all the time. And since then, nothing, zero sightings. The culprit, a deadly fungus called chytridiomycosis, which has devastated amphibians worldwide. This area has been extensively studied, but a population collapse due to fungus has been documented. I probably don't live sometimes. Extinction is real and it hurts. Pyrenees mountains, steep cliffs, cold wind. This ibex was hunted until it disappeared. The last individual, a female named Celia, died in 2000, crushed by a tree. But in 2003, scientists tried to clone it, and it worked for 7 minutes. The clone was born alive and died soon after from lung problems. Last documented deceased individual. Cloning attempt failed. Extinct. This raises a question. Should we try to resurrect extinct species? And if so, which ones? Arabian desert. Strong winds erasing tracks in the sand in minutes. This ostrich was hunted to extinction in the 1940s, officially extinct. But every now and then, reports of tracks emerge. Large footprints, descriptions that match. The problem? It's a desert. The wind obscures everything. There are no cameras, there's no monitoring, and the region is difficult for expeditions. Reports of tracks, but the extreme environment quickly cleans up all evidence. A shot in the dark. What's missing is physical proof, anything beyond rumors. The border between Cambodia and Vietnam. War zones, dense forests. This wild bovine has been described by science only once, based on horns found in 1937. Since then, nothing concrete. The region has endured decades of war, and any sightings could be mistaken for domesticated or hybrid buffalo. Any alleged sighting could be of common cattle or buffalo. I probably don't live, but technologies like cloning could theoretically bring back such species. The question is, should we? Fish markets on the Indonesian coast, mountains of catch, vast ocean. This stingray was seen only once, in 1862, a single record. And then, absolute silence for more than 160 years. But the Java coast is one of the most heavily fished in the world. Thousands of fish pass through the markets every day, and nobody's paying close attention. Did she disappear? Or is it just that nobody is paying attention? It's just an old record, but searches in fish markets are unreliable. A shot in the dark. What's lacking is fisheries monitoring and DNA analysis of bycatch. What is more dangerous, declaring an animal extinct too early, or insisting that it exists without proof? Because on both sides, someone loses. If you give up too quickly, you lose the chance to save. If you insist too much, you waste resources that could go to species that really need them. What if one of these species is alive? And the only reason nobody knows is simple. We stopped looking. Because extinction isn't always sudden. Sometimes it's a slow, silent disappearance. If you could fund one real expedition, which animal would you choose to search for? Comment below.